Okay, so today let's revise essay 530, that is audit sampling. Now this is very basic essay, so mostly the questions from this essay may be asked at IPCC level. But as a final student, you should also know what are the basics of essay 530, that is audit sampling. So let's quickly revise essay 530. First and very foremost thing, there are 4 points to remember in this essay. So essay 530 talks about first what is the size of organization and what is the level of internal control system there. So on that basis you will decide how you should select sample. So first is knowing about the size of organization. Second is to select the method for selection of the sample. Third is types of sampling. And fourth is auditor's conclusion. So these are the 4 basic points on which you have to remember in this essay. So let's quickly see one by one. Size. So for size, you as an auditor have to see what is the size of organization, what is the level of internal control that is incorporated by the management in that organization. You should check reliability of that internal control and what is the level of tolerable error. So these 4 points are basic to analyze first while going for the sampling audit. So first is size of organization, second is internal control prevalent in that organization, third reliability of that internal control system in the organization, and fourth is level of tolerable error. Then second is methods of selection of sample. So first is what is sample. As an auditor, we are giving opinion about the population based on the samples we select. And not say that we have selected this sample and the conclusion based on this samples are this. No, even if you are auditing few selected samples, you have to give conclusion about the whole population. So the method of selecting the sample and the types of sampling is very important. So what are the methods of selection? So methods of selection are mostly 5 that include So in random selection, there are also 2 types, that is simple random selection and stratified random selection. Second is systematic selection. In that you have followed a system of selecting unit from years. Monetary unit sampling. That means you are auditing based on the value of unit. Say if you are going for audit and there are many vouchers, so you will select I will choose vouchers only of value above rupees 1 lakh. So that's value based selection. So that is called monetary unit sampling. Fourth is haphazard selection, that is unstructured. You are selecting whatever you feel to observe it. And the last is block selection or cluster selection. In that you will go by block. Say every month you will see the vouchers from date 12th to 18th. So this is one block you have selected. So from every month you will select the vouchers in between these dates. So this is all about methods of selection. Now type of sampling. What are the types of sampling? So basically 2 types of sampling, statistical sampling and non-statistical sampling. Now in these 2 types, what are the words that you need to write? So statistical sampling is more scientific. It is based on auditor's own judgment, as if you were the previous auditor of this organization, so you know which are the main areas where you can find error. So you have an idea, so that's your judgment, and as per your judgment you will select some system to select the samples. So that is based on the auditor's own judgment. Third is in statistical sampling, it involves use of mathematical law of probability. If you say you are auditing of some construction unit and there the cash given to laborers it means impressed account. There are some arithmetical error or chances of duplication or forgetting some entries or forgetting some expenses may be there. So that involve use of mathematical law of probability. And fourth is where to use statistical sampling. So statistical sampling should be applied where population is very large in size. If population is very large, then you should go with a systematic manner with a statistical sampling based on mathematical law, based on auditor's judgment, and it should be more scientific. So by this way you can conclude your opinion about the whole population by doing audit of some samples only. Second type is non-statistical sampling. In that, sample size and its composition is based on personal experience and knowledge of auditor. As an article, as a junior, you will decide based on your knowledge, based on your judgment, that which are the critical areas you find, and based on your judgment you will do the sampling. So that sample size and its composition is based on personal experience and knowledge of auditor. Second, simple in operation. There are no law, there is no mathematical probability, there is no scientific manner, so it's simple to use. Third is, it is useful when population is limited. As I said, statistical sampling should be used where population is large. So otherwise, if population is limited, then you can go with non-statistical sampling. And fourth is, it should be used when to check large number of items at the end of year so that adequacy of cutoff procedure is determined. As non-statistical sampling should be mostly used when population is limited, but if you are auditing at the end of the year or you have limited time, then also you should go with non-statistical sampling. So these are the two types of sampling, statistical sampling and non-statistical sampling. And now the last fourth point about this essay is conclusion. So here what is the exact language is essay 530 audit sampling. This requires that all the items in the population have an opportunity of being selected. After having carried out those audit procedures on each sample item that are appropriate to audit objective, main word, appropriate to audit objective, auditor should analyze any errors detected in the sample, project the errors found in the sample to the population, and reassess the sampling risk. So from this para, you can conclude that the main auditor's responsibility are first to select the methods of selection of sample, second to choose the type of sampling, third to select the samples which are appropriate to particular audit objective, fourth should analyze the errors detected in sample, fifth project the errors found in the sample to that population, and sixth is reassess the sampling risk. Mainly three questions are there: methods of selection, types of sampling, and auditor's responsibility with regard to essay 530, that is audit sampling. Please quickly revise all the main important words in your mind. I have started this series because multiple revision of auditing standards of the important words are very important to score high in your audit paper. So thank you. See you with the next essay. Stay tuned. Bye bye.